We have arrived. Takayama.
We made it!
Hello! We're here. So we left Kyoto to come here.
We're Wendy and Lawrence, and yes, we took a beautiful 3-hour train ride from Kyoto to visit Takayama, nestled in the country's northern mountains. Takayama retains a traditional touch like few other Japanese cities, and we're diving right in, staying at a traditional Japanese inn, or a ryokan. Our hotel, Koto no Yomi, offers an immersive cultural experience, meticulous Japanese hospitality known as omotenashi. And it looks amazing.
Hi! This is pretty amazing, isn't it? So we have shoji screens as well.
This village really became what it was because they had the best timber in the area and the best carpenters. And the local shogun went, hang on, we need to make sure we utilize this. So it sort of kept its charm.
Centuries may have passed, and shoguns have certainly become a thing of legends, but Takayama still retains its remote mountain charm. It's famous for its well-preserved Edo period historic districts and for its Edo beef.
And just to give you an idea on how cold it is, first of all, we had a high of 70 degrees Fahrenheit in Kyoto. It's 50 degrees. And they're 50 meters above sea level, and we're 550 meters above sea level where we are now. So if we seem lightheaded, it's because we are.
Well, and that 50 degrees, which doesn't sound bad until you throw in a cold mountain constant breeze. And then it probably drops another 10 degrees.
You can easily spend a whole day wandering the Sanmachi area of preserved buildings with its old streets. Rent some traditional clothing to relive the era. Taste all sorts of delicacies. Explore its craft shops. Enjoy tea shops, and for something stronger, Saki breweries and tastings.
We found a sake tasting place. Very affordable.
It was 450 yen each for this little cup.
Right?
And we can have
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. 9 sakes.
9 tastings.
And
We get to take the cups
we
home.
get to take the cup home.
I like it.
I like it.
It's our first one.
Yes. 1 down, 9 to go.
We took a
8.
picture of the bottle, but it's in Japanese, so hopefully if we can find this at home, we'd have to match the label.
Cheers. We're officially halfway through.
And I'm getting a little
How
lightheaded.
many fingers am I holding up?
I'm already getting a little lightheaded, but I haven't had what to eat today. And then I've also given him 2 of mine after only having a couple sips.
It's this is an amazing concept, and there's a lot of fruity sakes in this.
Which I'm not as much a fan of.
Right.
Yeah.
Same here. Yeah. Not sure. So halfway through, and do the alphabet backwards
Z.
while you're standing on one foot.
Z.
All right.
X. Y. Y. X. Okay.
We're done with the sake tasting.
There were half that I took one sip and said no and gave it to Lawrence. And then
She did.
Of that half, there was at least 2 that he said no.
She twisted my arm. So, and she never did finish the alphabet backwards, by the way, just saying. Not pointing fingers or anything, but that was such an amazing find. That just shows you need to go in every store and look everywhere.
We were very sad though because we can't get a tour because you have to have a group of 10 and you have to have a Japanese translator. So we're missing both those components. So
Right.
there's no tour of the Saki distillery. Sad.
We'll have to make our own tour of the Saki's distilleries. Just saying.
I think you slurred distillery. Is that too much Saki?
This part of the world can get very crowded during the day. Takayama and definitely Sanmachi area of its preserved buildings attracts tourists from all over the country. But once the sun sets, this cute little town becomes a perfect playground. But it is a cold night, and this area is known for its own unique style of ramen. We've grabbed a table at Minya Shirakawa, a restaurant that blends the traditional Japanese meal with a Brooklyn kind of feel. And we're lucky enough to catch it while it's quiet.
Are you ready?
Yes. So this is the ramen that's known for this area. You can only get in Takayama. There was 3 different types. I picked this one, and then you picked a spicy version, but not specific to just this area.
Warmed up and full of delicious ramen, it's time to learn the ancient art of Japanese archery. We found this place earlier, Hankuyu Dojo. They teach Kyudo, or the way of the bow. It's a Japanese martial art form of archery. And yes, everything is set up for beginners.
You hit it! You hit it! I heard it hit!
Saki points.
Oh, nice one!
But look how many are around it.
I got one!
But look at that one. That's a special
Look at all
one.
of these!
But you know, this one touched it.
Oh yeah, that does count.
So,
That's like a half a point.
well done, you.
And back at our traditional Japanese hotel, we find a "Where are you from?" board. We have to do it.
There you go. Now we're representing.
Not that many people from Boston.
So here is our traditional Japanese beds. They moved the table out and put 2 single mattresses on the floor.
Don't forget, we're given free socks. They have the split toe because you'll wear them
As you're walking around
as you're
with
walking
your...
around with the clogs, the thong clogs they give
Yes,
you.
exactly.
They loan you. All right.
Putting on a kimono.
101.
You kept moving around and finished it.
I was like, I'm not done. Where's my bow?
And that is how you do a kimono.
The next morning, and another incredible experience: breakfast. We have a choice of either an American breakfast, or as Wendy has chosen, a traditional Japanese breakfast. even if we do need help cooking it.
What do you think, baby?
I think that's amazing. Wow, look at that. I have no idea what that is. Looks like a mushroom.
Are you standing in line with 100 of your closest friends?
100 too little? Maybe it's more like 200. And
Well,
then, because we didn't get there at the crack of dawn, we'll be sharing this times 100 in that little tiny village.
Today, we're visiting a mountainous region that was cut off from the rest of the world for a pretty long period of time, the village of Shirakawa-Go. And it's our first opportunity to really see Takayama from a distance. This journey used to take 3 hours, but thanks to this deep and long tunnel, the trip is made in just under an hour. And the incredible views make the travel time just fly by.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, it's gotten even colder.
We saw snow.
Yeah, we saw snow-capped mountains on the way here, which is Shirakawa-Go. And it is one town in 3 towns that make up a UNESCO heritage site.
It's known for its thatched roof houses.
Mm-hmm.
And I say thatched because that is the British UK saying for their houses. But it's Gasso, Ghasso houses.
There are no nails in any of these houses, and they're huge barn-type structures. What makes it notable is where the joints meet in the V at the top of the roof. It looks like a pair of hands that are praying. And there's something important about that, because this area is where people came to have an ascetic religious lifestyle, which means you give everything up. You have no pleasure, you have no money, I don't think you have any alcohol. So that's what this area was known for, and people would come here to practice this. These houses, some date back to the 3rd century. That's how far back that some of these were built. Now they redo them every 10 to 20 years, certainly the thatched roofs, but the wood is the same wood that is known for this region that is so strong. It made this area so much money. Both the people who lived here and the shogun just became millionaires, if there was such a thing. So, and here's the best part. We don't think it's as crowded as we thought it was going to be.
Well, we haven't made it down the main street.
Yeah.
And I don't believe the tour buses have made it, which we were concerned because we didn't get the first bus, but we've been very pleasantly surprised.
It's not long before we come across the first house we can actually tour. There is a cost to exploring these amazing gassos, both in cash and comfort. Yep, you need to remove your shoes, both for tradition and to protect the building's ancient floors. The original steep stairs are still used to explore the upper floors. So if you have mobility issues, well, this may be a challenge. At the very least, during crowded times, you'll need some patience. But trust us, it's worth it, just for the views alone. And you see just how they managed to build such strong structures without any nails. Lots of rope and very clever knots.
What's the name of the place?
It is the coffee house for this place. Yeah, okay, you just got a sneak peek what happens before we actually hit record, but we hit record. So we all try to work out what we're going to tell you, So we just, by chance, Wendy found it.
I came out of one of the houses that you can actually explore and saw the proprietor actually putting a open sign, and I just clocked on the fact that it said coffee. And we're a little cold, we already told you that, and it's actually in an original grass house, so I figured that it would become very popular very soon. So I dashed in, and even though I was the 10th person in line, still had to wait something like 20 minutes. And I quickly texted him and told him to get out of that house and come over. And it was divine.
So I will give you this analogy. I will sum it up with this phrase. It's like your long-lost Japanese grandmother invites you in the house for something warm because it's cold outside. It was probably the most warm experience I've had outside going to my real grandmother's house, because she was so caring with the food. It was all homemade. It's a small family that runs it. It was insanely awesome, and we ended up at a communal table,
Which was great.
It was. So we had Italians on one side. It sounds like a joke, but it's the truth. We had Italians on one side, two very nice young ladies from China on the other, and I'm not sure, the other people kept themselves to themselves, so I'm not sure where they're from, but they were of Asian descent, so they could be anywhere. Anyway, so now we're going to look around a little bit more, and then Wendy knows about a little trail that'll take us to an overlook.
Yeah, there's about a 20-minute hike up, but then it will allow you to actually see the entire town below. So now that we've had sustenance and are nice and warm, we're going to go try that too.
And if this turns out to be a Blair Witch Project type of video, that's where my body is. She hid it out somewhere near the overlook. I don't know.
Or in one of these rice fields that we're right next
Yes.
to.
Before we get to the overlook, another house to tour. So shoes off. And this one has a working fire, showing how they lived in centuries past.
Are you cold, baby?
Is it just us, or do these upper floors look like the interior of an old ship? Looking beyond the historic homes, this area is filled with so much color. Vibrant red and yellow autumn leaves paint the village and trail up into the surrounding mountains. They even add some colorful layers to the local temple. And if you're looking for souvenirs, they can be found here, along Shirakawa-Go's very own version of a main street. Who said you can't thatch a garden shed?
So what did you think?
Well, we were lazy and took up the shuttle. Just happened to be we were walking, starting our walk, and saw the shuttle stop. Waited 10 minutes, got on it. Yay!
Yeah, so
It's spectacular.
it's well worth doing.
Yes.
It's well worth doing. You think it's going to just be a bunch of boring buildings, but it was a whole nother slice of life up here, and it's just an incredible experience. Hard to put into words. So definitely something to do.
Yes.
All right, so I think Wendy's finally at the point where she's ready to have some ice cream.
Yes.
We're tired and cold by the time we arrive back in Takayama, and fortunately for us, our traditional Japanese hotel has just the answer for both. The Koto no Yumi features onsens, or hot spring baths. Here's the catch. You have to be completely naked to enjoy the bathing areas, and you share them with the other guests. Traditionally, the onsens are separated for men and women. The men's hot springs baths are certainly hot, steamy, and really nice. The steam opens my pores so much, I've had the best shave ever with these little plastic razor blades. Wendy is in the ladies' onsen, and it certainly seems cuter. And both of us had these all to ourselves.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's our final morning here in this lovely, lovely little town. And I don't know where you guys have been, but we've already knocked out so many things. We ran around town, shot some footage. We had breakfast. Awesome breakfast.
Amazing.
Yes.
There's something about wandering a town just as it wakes up in the morning. You get to see its true beauty. No tourists, no crowds, a good look at its very soul.
And then we came out and just happened upon a shrine, which you're going to find if you come to Japan. That happens a lot. But honestly, you may feel you're shrined out. This one was beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful.
You got to stop and check them out. And then we ended up our morning before we're going to jump on the train at the Takayama Matsuri Festival Float exhibition. Big, a lot of words, right? And it was absolutely gorgeous.
It's amazing. They are so huge, and I don't even know how tall they are.
They're huge.
Yes, and they actually are used out in the street, which is amazing because they're works of art. They're behind glass here because they don't want,
People to touch it.
right, and
Which
stuff.
they would,
Yes.
because they're gorgeous. So the actual parade is held 2 times a year. It's held in spring and it's held in fall.
And we missed it because, is it October? And we're in November.
Yeah, so, but this parade that these floats are in is actually in the top 3 parades in Japan. It's so colorful and so huge and beautiful that it's considered one of the top 3 that you can see in the country.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's definitely worth it, especially when you throw in the gorgeous shrine that's right next door.
Yep. All right, so now we're going to collect our luggage from the hotel
Yes.
and try to get a train.
Couple trains, subway ride to get into Tokyo. Well, we will overnight it and then catch a crack of dawn train to Nikko.
All right, get your traveling shoes on because we got to hustle. So 2 travel tips, very important travel tips. Wendy is awesome at one of them. As soon as we arrive anywhere, she buys our tickets for us to take the train leaving there. In other words, when we got here 2 days ago, 3 days ago, she bought this ticket then for us to leave to go to our next stop. Thank heaven she did, because it is packed. If you can afford it, reserve seats, the way to go, which is what we did. And the second travel tip is just listen to people. The gentleman checking you through the line to get to the actual tracks for the train station was very, very nice, but he's like, no, you're trying to get in far too early. You need to sit and wait over there. Now, the upside to it is they're very, very polite here. He did not make us feel silly at all. So, and the other tip, if you can afford to do it, bonus tip, if you can take the stairs over an escalator or an elevator, do it. Because you can hustle and you'll sort of cut the queue.
Can you believe this is our 4th video of our Korea-Japan adventures? If you've missed any of the previous 3, we've linked to them below. Coming up next time, we explore Tokyo. You'll be amazed at some of the things we find and experiences we enjoy. An incredible robot cafe with a twist.
Yeah, welcome. When did you arrive in Japan?
And we take our life into our hands as we dive deep into crowds of tourists for a famous and unique experience. And there are certainly more trains. And iconic views and thrills you can only see in this amazing country.
So this thing right you see behind us here, this is a pagoda. And not
Pagoda.
just, sorry?
Pagoda.
Pagoda, thank you. And not just any pagoda, but the most famous one.
Even as we dig deep into Japan's colorful history, we enjoy the sights in our own fun way. And if you can't wait for any of this, here's another equally amazing travel video. Why not subscribe to our travel channel? By clicking the bell icon, you're immediately notified when we post our next video. We've enjoyed having you along for this travel adventure and can't wait to see you next time. Until next time, my friend, travel well and be safe.